Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. It's Conor the Destroyer Benn, 146 pounds on. Conor the Destroyer Benn, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path. And they'll be facing the artist from Canada.
You can hold.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
This is one of those arenas where you have to fight.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? We wanted action, and they are delivering. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice hook. A perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Has to be careful for that. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match? Here we go, it's round 2. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Insane action. The straight right just misses. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
They both want a highlight reel knockout. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. after what we saw in that last round, it's pretty... The bell rings and we start the third. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. A straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? Swing and a miss with that hook. It's all offense all the time. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Do you believe this? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. There's the bell for round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The perfect counter lands. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Jab misses. A straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know.
And there's the bell for round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
That jab doesn't find a home. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different...
There's the bell for round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Defense here at all. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. They exchange punches. The straight right just misses. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Punch, counter punch. There's a counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Beautiful counter punch. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second.
Here we go. It's round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Blocks that left hook. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and...
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. So there you have it. It is official.